Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. Once again, it is the three middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
And this is just a random little video that we're going to do because we're having a little bit of fun this evening. In which case, I'm going to open up the floor with this question. What is everybody drinking tonight? I will let you know what I am drinking. This right here, I went ahead and I found and I picked up randomly over there at Ralph's Bird Dog Peach Whiskey. Because last week we were all doing the Tennessee whiskey, the Jack Honey Jack, and that's really, really good. But this stuff right here, not too bad at all. It's not as sweet as the Honey Jack, but definitely a sweet little whiskey, and it doesn't taste like rubbing alcohol going down.
Wait. What tastes like rubbing alcohol going down?
And who the fuck drinks rubbing alcohol?
A lot of vodkas or a lot of cheap vodkas do taste like either cologne or rubbing alcohol, and I will plead the fifth on the second part because I haven't done that in a long, long time. All right. But no, the thing with alcohol, with a lot of people
I'm also doing this.
Yeah. Well, okay. This bottle is empty. All right. And this bottle is empty also.
Wait a minute, Reverend. I heard some bottles banging against each other, man. What the hell are you drinking down there, dude?
No.
He's just drinking a lot.
No, here's the thing is that they're leftovers from Labor Day. Because there was enough for a full case of both the, half a case of Not Your Father's root beer and the half case of the Sam Adams Summer Ale, which I will fully admit I'm not a big Sam Adams fan, but that particular seasonal brew is actually pretty nice. But yeah, I'm steadily working through the bottles that were left over from everybody's get together on Labor Day. So, yeah, but yeah, the funny thing about alcohol, especially if you're young and you're thinking about jumping into drinking, okay, I will say this right now: find yourself a friend who is not going to sit there and say, "Try this, try this, try this, try this, try this," because if they're doing that, they're just loading up the can and they want to see what you look like, not drunk, but fucked up, okay? They want to see what you look like soul coughing across the bar or across the dance floor or all over your back seat, okay? Yeah, if you have friends out there and if you're new to the drinking thing and you're thinking about drinking, go out there. Look, usually relatives are okay. Uncles, if you have them, right? If you have a dad who's willing to go ahead and let you drink, usually they're okay too, unless you've got the horrible alcoholic dad, in which case I'm not going to make any comedy about that. But, usually siblings and family members are okay as far as that first fucking experience going out and drinking. But yeah, drinking with your bud, especially the bud who his first fucking words heading out of the house, going to the car, is, "We're going to get fucked up tonight." Don't trust that motherfucker.
That's like going skeet shooting with Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder's music, but I wouldn't want to go shooting guns with him on any occasion.
No. I just called to say I shot your ass. I just called to say I blew you away. Yes, I did.
But no, drinking, okay. For those of you that don't know, myself and Gray Mouse, we're military veterans, okay? We were in the Navy. So drinking goes hand in hand with that. Okay, not every sailor is a drunk or drinks or whatever, but me and Gray Mouse have been halfway across this planet, drinking in bars, drinking in clubs, drinking in homes, and experiencing some new things, okay? Now, we weren't the type that wanted to get each other so fucked up that we wake up in another city 2 days later with no clothes on. Okay.
In a tub of ice.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talk about who and where the fuck am I?
With a note saying thank you for your kidney. Call the doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
we don't do that. And when we try something, we just go out and try it. And if it's good, okay, we stick with it. If it's bad, then it's like, no. But we won't let our homeboys drink it. We're not going to be like, hey, drink this. Yeah. You know, and it drinks. Wait, what type of homeboy are you if you would let a homeboy drink terrible ass shit?
Well, that goes on to was saying, like the first time I drank Habusagi, where the bottom of the freaking jar is a snake, a poisonous snake. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
You see me do that.
You see me do that.
Yep, we both took a shot. Snake in jar and alcohol in it, and we've actually done that.
Or how about?
It's funny. Wait, we'll get to that. But it was funny how the locals there were looking at us like we were crazy. And I'm like, wait a minute, this shit is local to you. Why are we the ones that are crazy at this point? We're just trying shit that you're used to, right?
We drunk from a bottle with a poisonous snake in the bottom of it.
No, it wasn't just at the bottle. It was coiled up.
That's what I'm saying. It was coiled up in the bottom of the fucking jug, dude.
No, it was almost halfway to the jug side. This was a fucking big ass snake.
It was a big ass jar, man.
And that alcohol must have been great because the snake wasn't peeling by any means.
Yep. I think my experience with alcohol, you know, I will admit this. Okay, my experience with alcohol it might be a little bit different from other people. The reason why I sat there and said that siblings and family members and even your dad might be a good idea to go ahead and be somebody to introduce you to drinking is that as a little kid, as a little asthmatic kid, all right, I didn't figure this out until much, much later. But my dad, he would go out of his way when I was having a bad asthma attack and I couldn't sleep, I couldn't relax or anything like that. And of course, my dad, being the dad that he was conscious of this and he could hear me through the walls. That's how badly I was wheezing. That's how hard it was for me to go ahead and breathe and everything. He would go out of his way and say, "Hey, come here." He's like, "You're having a hard time sleeping?" I'm like, yeah. And then what he would do is that he would go ahead and he would make some warm milk and he would pour in about a half ounce or a quarter ounce of Kahlua. Okay, I didn't figure it out until much, much later in life that my dad was getting me fucking drunk just to relax enough to go ahead and pass out. Okay, and my dad is, as a trade, he was a corpsman in the Navy, so he knew all the stuff
Tricks
about
in the trade,
medicine like that. And in fact, he was like, I think maybe eight credits or units away from actually getting his degree as a pharmacist. But he knew all of that stuff as far as his applicable knowledge and everything. And I didn't figure out until much later is that my dad, as much as he cared for me, he was like, I cannot listen to this fucking kid hacking and wheezing and coughing through the fucking wall, keeping me awake because I got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Let me do something as quickly as possible and as gently as possible to make this kid pass the fuck out. That way I can go ahead and go to sleep.
It's funny because, okay, had some great experiences, had some mediocre experiences with alcohol, and I've had some questionable and borderline bad decisions.
Well, I've had many bad decisions, but
okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Myself and Gray Mouse, All right. I remember we were in Okinawa, Japan, and we went into this bar, and we got introduced to a drink called Around the Universe. Now, this drink consisted of half of everything behind the counter as far as putting shots. It was a big jug, and bartender fills it up with ice, and every shot, ice is going down in this jug. So there's about this much of alcohol. The jug goes like this. This is about this much of alcohol filled up, a little bit of orange juice, drops a cherry in there and says, okay. Now, this was basically 1,300 yen, which is basically $13 generally in American terms. So
that's an expensive fucking drink, yeah.
Well, look, but due to what was in it, and this drink goes down like Kool-Aid. Okay?
Think of a Long Island iced tea.
No.
But with Kool-Aid.
No, Long Island was stronger than this, and I didn't understand. And, okay, I finished this drink within a range of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I say, bartender, I would like one more. And I should have known something was wrong because she looked at me like, And, you know, everybody else there, even the strangers that were sitting at the bar were like, are you sure? And my reply was simply this. I was like, look, you make it seem like it was a question that I asked. May I have another, please? There's no question about this. Gray Mouse was there. There was no question about this. I said, give me another one. And this bartender, she took as slow as possible filling this thing up. She was reluctant. She was like, I can't serve this guy. So, okay, fine. Yeah, cheers. Kanpai. I get halfway through this drink, and I have to go to the bathroom. So I got up from my stool, and the world said, and I said, whoa! If it wasn't for the stool, I would have fell and I would have busted all my ass. And I sat right back down forcefully because my body couldn't do anything else. And Gray Mouse and one of our other homeboys that were there, they were like, you okay? And I said, no. I have to go to the bathroom, but I can't. I was coherent, but my body had made up its mind. My body was like, fuck you. You're not doing anything else. We don't give a fuck what you want to do. We don't give a fuck how coherent you are. I have to get jump started to the bathroom. It's that way. And I was pushed. I got back and I still wasn't right. I was just like, damn, I can't even finish that drink. It is so good, but fuck. What am I? Look, I don't want to leave good drink behind. No, I didn't finish it. I got halfway through it, and my body was like, fuck you. And then we had to go back to the ship. And I was like, my body is like, look, what the fuck is going on? I remember everything. I even remember being fucked up. But my mind was right. That's what I didn't understand. It was called Around the Universe. I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget that drink. But my body said, fuck you. My body would like to forget it. Thank God I didn't end up in the ocean because I was just... My mind was like, okay, we got to go that way. But my body was like, fuck, no. My body was like, let's go.
What about you, Gray Mouse? What horror story do you have? I know everybody who's drank for any period of time has a horror story.
Look, let me tell you something. In the Navy, especially as a bosun's mate, as I was, or a deck seaman, as Theme was, it was expected to come across the quarterdeck fucked up. If you didn't come across the quarterdeck, basically what the quarterdeck is you go across the gangway, and the entrance to the ship.
The entrance to the ship.
So you have two people standing there, usually the captain of the watch or the officer of the deck. But when you come across the quarterdeck, exactly, so it's expected to come across the deck all fucked up. And let me tell you what, man.
It's fucked up when you're standing at attention sideways.
Request to come aboard the ship? back in those days,
V8 wouldn't have cured this lean.
hell no. The thing back in those days, people looked after each other. Now everybody's after each other. So even though you come across the quarterdeck all fucked up, you can guarantee that head after the watch, especially at the balls of 4, which is 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. You will expect the officer of the deck, the petty officer of the watch, to take you to make sure that you get where you need to be.
To make sure you got to your bed, not somebody else's bed.
Absolutely. I mean, literally, I was in bed one time and some motherfucker tried to crawl up in my rack. A rack is called a bed. And I literally had to fucking
Wait. That was you? I remember there was an incident like that. And someone was like, let me get in your rack, scoot over.
No, look, I punched the motherfucker.
Yeah, I heard that. Didn't you dump him in his rack?
I literally, because I'm in the middle rack. So this guy
you got up and you took this dude and you launched him into his. He said, because he told you he couldn't find his. That was you? I remember hearing that because I was trying to go to sleep. Hey, man, let me get in your rack. Scoot over. And what the fuck? Yeah. I wanted to go back to sleep, but I heard you got out of your rack. No, I think you took him like a fucking cartoon and threw him in his shit and got back in bed. I vaguely remember that, but
look, we're going down a long road or a dark road here in the military, man. When you're in the military, there's some things that happen in the birthing is basically you're living with 30 other people.
Yeah.
And you're stacked on top of each other.
All you have are lockers and beds.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this guy fucking tried to crawl in my rack. I wouldn't have it.
No, but I overheard him. He said, hey, man, scoot over. And he told you, I can't. You said, go to your own shit. And he said, I can't find it.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
I can't believe you remember that shit.
Yes. I didn't know it was you. I directed that.
I'm not having that gay ass shit, dude. I'm sorry, man.
None of us were.
Well,
find your own.
I'll tell you right now, it doesn't take the military to come up with bad experiences and bad stories when it comes to alcohol, because I've got one, and I don't have too many, but I've got one that's pretty bad. And you know what? I'm just drunk enough to go ahead and tell this on fucking film. So let me go ahead and launch in this. All right. Back in 1997, I was living up in Washington State, and I had moved up there. Basically, I actually tried to get into the Navy, but they DQ'd me for having flat feet. As a recourse, either I was going to go ahead and I was going to go crazy living here at home with my parents. My brother went ahead and invited me to go ahead and move up to Washington State to live with him and try to figure things out. Okay. Now, while I was living up there in Washington State, I got a job and I made friends really quickly with some of my coworkers. And 2 of my coworkers in general, actually 3 of them, were really big into going clubbing. Now, the thing is with clubbing, when you're over there in Washington State, during the summertime, it is absolutely magnificent for clubbing. The reason being is that during the middle of July and everything, the days are so long that the sun doesn't set until 10:30 at night, and it comes up at 4:30 in the morning. So literally, during the times that I was clubbing, I would be leaving to the club, the sun would be setting. I would be walking to my house, and then 5 minutes later, the sun would be coming up. Okay, so yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty lively. Well, on one of our visits to a club, what happens is that it's my buddy's birthday, okay? He's there with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's cousin, right? Now, we knew about this, but for some reason, my other 2 buddies were taking a long time to go ahead and get ready. So we usually arrive at the club around 10:30 or so. We arrived at the club around 12 this time, almost 2 hours later. And the first fucking thing that we do when we go ahead and we come into the club is that we order up shots. Hey, you know, it's it's Richie's birthday. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and we'll serve up shots. All right. We all take shots. Yeah, fucking cool. We go ahead. We take shots again. All right. I estimate that during the first hour I was there, I took at least 4 shots, and the whole night after that, I did not walk around without a beer in my hand. Now, I guess this would be fine, but around 1:15 to 1:30 or so, Richie and his girlfriend, they're sitting there, and they go out to the dance floor. Well, Richie's girlfriend, she brought her cousin along. And the thing is that my other buddies, A and R, they don't dance, all right? They're big in going to the club. They're stereotypical white boys who don't dance, right? So I sit there, I'm like, sure, I'll fucking dance with you. So we go out to the dance floor, okay? Granted, I have been drinking nonstop. I have around let's see here, we got there around 12. It's 1:30 now. Over the hour and a half and everything else, I probably have the equivalent of around 8 to 10 drinks in me, okay? And we fucking danced. I thought she was just going to dance for one fucking song. We danced for 20 fucking minutes straight, okay? And the whole time, it's like adding drinks into a fucking blender, putting that shit on fucking puree, all right? Because that's exactly what was fucking happening. I had all the alcohol in me just churning up. Like somebody had me in a fucking shaker and ice, man. So we finish up, and it's 1:45 now, or 1:50. Last call has already been called. We get off the dance floor and everything, and I'm like, yeah, it was great, had fun and all of that. Danced for like 20 minutes straight, and then I sit down, and everybody's getting ready, trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do next, right? And that's when it hit me, and I knew something was fucking wrong. Okay, because I was sitting in the chair, and I was still, but everything was moving. Everything was fine. So after a while, hey, yeah, Rick, go ahead, jump off with your girl and her cousin, get home. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bust out. We're probably gonna go ahead and hit up Denny's, pick up some food on the way back and everything. So I go ahead, I walk off with my other 2 buddies. I jump in the back seat, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, my God, this is bad. My God, this is bad. This is so fucking bad. So they sit there, they jump into the front seats, and I lay down in the back seat, which probably wasn't a good idea. Okay? Because they're sitting there, they're like, yeah, so what you want to do and everything else, and they're about to go ahead and pack a bowl and hot box in this car to go ahead and get hungry enough to stop by off at like Denny's or Norm's or freaking IHOP before they get home and everything. And they're like, well, yeah, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? Let's ask the Rev. He's back there, and he's maybe he has someplace he wants to go ahead and eat. I sit there. I'm sideways, laying down, praying to God. Oh, God, please make things stop. Oh, God, please make things stop, right? Because the world is just moving around. And then they're like, hey, man, where you want to eat? And I go ahead, go up like this, and my head doesn't feel like it's stopping. My head goes from here to here, all the way over here, back again over here.
Yeah.
Then comes back to the center, and it shakes like a fucking cartoon. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm. And I erupt like Mount Pina fucking Tubo in the back of the fucking back seat, okay? My buddies were like, oh, what do you want? Oh my fucking God! Oh God, what the fuck? So I'm erupting through my fucking fingers, all over my shirt, and all over myself, and all over this back fucking thing. And this happens, it takes like 10 seconds to happen. It feels like a fucking eternity, though, right? This is not the worst part, though, all right? So these guys are like, fuck, man, we got to go ahead and we got to clean shit up. All right, so let's go ahead. They're like, hey, there's an AM/PM right down here on the corner. Let's go ahead and pull in. We'll go ahead and pick up some paper towels. Give him some time to handle himself, pointing at me, all right? And I'm sitting there in the back saying, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, man, I'm sorry, right? And so they go ahead and they pull up into this fucking gas station with this AM/PM right underneath the street light, okay? And these motherfuckers go ahead and they go into the thing, and I'm thinking that they're fine and everything, but they're underneath the fucking street light and they leave the fucking doors open. Both their fucking doors, okay? Mind you, this is after all the clubs in Pine Square in fucking Seattle have all just let out. So all these people, there's foot traffic all the way around. And I hear these motherfuckers who are just less than 10 feet away looking at me. Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh, dude, you look at that shit. What the fuck happened to him? You know, chicks sitting there covering their mouths like, oh no, don't know. And I was sitting there, I just pulled my hat down, slumped down the chair, acting like I was passed out, like nothing was fucking happening. And I swear, these motherfuckers, they said that they were going to go in really quick, but they must have taken at least 15 fucking minutes before they came out, okay? And hundreds of people from the fucking clubbing area, Pine Square of Seattle, after last call, who are going back to their cars or going back to wherever the fuck they fucking parked, are looking at me in the fucking spotlight with puke all over my fucking clothes, covering the back seat of this fucking car because they left the fucking doors open. All right.
Oh.
They fucking walk up, and all I hear is, dude, this fucking candy bar was pretty fucking good. I'm like, what the fuck were you? I couldn't say anything, though, because it was my goddamn fault. I was the one who did the foul. You know, needless to say, all right, what happened was that they went ahead, they finally, they had paper towels with them. They cleaned some of the stuff up and shit. They got me home. I was apologizing the whole fucking time going in. And then when I got to the place where I was staying with my brother, I went ahead, I stumbled up to the front door. I was able to make my way inside. I didn't even go to bed. What I did was that I went straight to the shower. I turned it on. All right. I took my keys, threw them on the floor, took my wallet, threw it on the floor. I didn't even take my shoes off. I jumped in the fucking shower because I was covered in puke. And the only thing that was going through my head was, if I go ahead and pass out on my bed like I am right now, everything's going to smell like puke. I'm just going to sit here in the shower, let my mind settle, Oh, God. And that was pretty much the night.
Man, look.
Who has not, come on, who in this party, who has these middle-aged guys has not done that? Has not drank too much and regurgitated and prayed to God or prayed to something to let this go away, to please.
Or I will never drink again.
Well, and here's the fucking thing. Like, I love those dudes, right? You know, they're cool guys and everything. But, you know, when it came to them and me being the new guy in town and everything, no, their whole thing was, and I had been clubbing with them before, multiple times before, all right? Their whole thing was, I wonder what he's like drunk.
It's funny because I've had experiences like that, especially in Japan, when people were like, what is this guy like drunk? Because people always considered me the life of the party. But I remember that my birthday was coming up, and everybody fucking knew about it. My coworkers knew about it. The bartenders of the clubs knew about it. My Japanese friends knew about it. So everybody was scheduled to be basically in the clubs that we went to. And since the bartenders knew, nobody was safe.
Crazy cock.
No, wait.
Crazy cock.
Wait.
Crazy cock.
Crazy cock.
Crazy cock.
Let me make a correction. Everybody safe except for me. Because every time I walked past a bartender, they would say to strangers, it's his birthday. So people were like, oh, it's his birthday. And they're pulling out wallets, they're buying shots, and I have to fucking take them. Yeah. So through this night, I'm just drinking drinks, trying to stay on the dance floor because that was the only place that I was fucking safe. Because their goal was to get me fucked up. And I was like, you're not getting me fucked up. I'm not getting fucked up. I'm not going to be like that. But they're like, no, our sole mission tonight, this is your birthday, is to get you fucked up. So it got to the point where, okay, there are only 2 events where the club's lights turn on. It's either a fight or the night is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the lights turn on. They shine a spotlight on me saying that it's this man's birthday. And next thing you know, what did homeboys do? All of them, literally all of them, well, that were in attendance at that time, had laid out shots for me. 8 of them. Filled with, I don't know what they were filled up with. But the point is, the lights were on. They weren't going to shut down those lights and play music again until I was done. So what I had to do is take these shots one by one. I had no chasers. I didn't know what the fuck they were. I still don't remember what the fuck they were. But it was just the fact that I had to take these shots, and I'm like, fuck you guys. So I'm slamming. 1, 2, 3. By the 5th one, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I can complete it. I don't know what the fuck you guys, and fuck you guys. Finish them. And thank God we could go somewhere away from the bar and stay away from there. First of all, I already had an armband getting free drinks for the fucking night. It was the fact that motherfuckers everywhere were buying drinks and shots. And I'm like, and it was funny because I can remember all of that except that flavors of alcohol that I took. And the next morning, I was like, I lived through that? First of all, I didn't regurgitate. Where I was like, how did that fucking happen? I didn't drink myself sober. In the morning, I had a little bit of a hangover, but I was like, wait, I did all that and I fucking lived?
Look, I never thought. Look, you and me, thing, we have literally, in the Philippines, we have literally drank ourselves sober. I mean, and we drank all night, and it's 8 o'clock. We were like, we're just walking around.
8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Bars don't close in places like the Philippines or in Thailand or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean that's where what their communist runs off of. I mean, I've
never drank myself sober. I didn't drink myself sober.
Yep. I mean the thing about alcohol is that it's. Let me just say this right now. It is purely an adult endeavor, especially if you're sitting there trying to drink and come to the point where it's like, yeah, this is something that I can understand and I can appreciate. Now, the truth of the matter is that making these videos, I probably drink more making these videos than I do any other time during the week. But generally speaking, when I drink, maybe it just comes with age and a little bit of maturity, but I see myself, hey,
experience.
Yeah, or experience. This beer is part of a meal. You know, a lot of people treat their drinks like hats, where it's like, oh, this goes with everything. No, motherfucker, that hat doesn't go with what you're wearing. All right? Just like if you're just going out to go ahead and fucking drink, then your whole point is to go ahead and get fucked up. But if you're going out to drink to actually appreciate what's there, I do suggest Wikipedia is some bullshit. All right, Google up what drinks go with what food. All right, actually, see that way.
See, being in Japan for so long, for 20 plus years, that's one thing that the Japanese do. They drink with every meal. They drink white wine with fish. They drink red wine with steak. Yeah. They drink sake. They drink soju. And you know that's part of their daily life.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that we can go ahead and actually impress upon this particular video to any young people watching this, is that, look, you know, this is simply what it is. It's alcohol, all right? It's a drink. But when you sit there and you keep, you know, put it into context, just like you would with anything else, all right? Any other decision, any other piece of information that you have. If you treat it as part of a meal, as other things that happen during your evening, you're going to be a lot better off, because those particular stories that we have, if we went ahead and we took, if we took alcohol out of context and treated as something, an entity unto itself and not part of the evening that we were in, or if we didn't consider, okay, this is how we fucked up. All right, because anybody who's drank any serious amount for any moment will go ahead and come to that realization, and that's the big difference between being a middle-aged guy and just being some dude who's just turned 21 and is out in Vegas for the first time in his life, getting fucked up by his homies saying, "Drink this, drink this."
But the thing is,
drink this.
The thing is, though, we've all three been there.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Grandma's have been there together.
Yep.
I mean, look, man, it's like, look, I'm a white boy, right? And I don't dance.
Yeah.
But after I've had about 5 shots after theme, I got out there on the dance floor and look, there were women that were wanting to dance with me. I don't know why.
It's called liquid courage.
Liquid courage.
And that's kind of one of the things that we want to go ahead and impress on. Is just keep this sort of thing, just like anything else you're doing out there, as something, keep it in context to what you're doing. And alcohol just becomes, instead of something that's controlling your life, it becomes a part of it. Okay, whether or not that's a big part or a small part, or something that you do with buddies over the weekend, like we are right now, even though we're not in the presence of each other. It's just something else. Any other drunken stories before we wrap this up, guys? Or
there's way too many to go out and okay, don't get it twisted. It's not like I've never regurgitated before. I've done it.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I've prayed to the porcelain god before.
Wait. The toilet god, the
porcelain god.
Oh God, I'll never drink again. And what am I doing the very next week? That by 1 week, I'm recovered.
Yeah.
Going to work, reeking of fucking alcohol through my pores and shit.
Look, let me tell you something about the balsamate rate. Look, we went to quarters. Quarters is like a muster where everybody comes in and get their assignment for the day. And you're supposed to stand up straight and tall, right? Half of us are doing this number right here. I am fucking dead serious.
We didn't draw up at quarters, though.
Yep.
I mean, we had to be squared away in our uniform, pressed, and look sharp. But look, let me tell you what, we were doing this, and the petty officers were in charge, like the first class or whatever, they knew. So it was expected. But the thing is, though, all the times that me and we went out, we were responsible. We never drunk and drive. We never got in a fight. We drank alcohol. We respected alcohol. We drank. You know what I mean?
It wasn't any alcohol. Yeah, it wasn't alcohol abuse. Alcohol abuse, remember, is when you spill your drink
or regurgitate it.
Yeah. Alcohol overindulgence, however, is drinking too much. So with that being said,
yeah. To our experiences and our stories, because I think we're going to have a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
With that, cheers, fellas. And like I say at the end of every video, hit like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment below. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Mouse one.
Drinking experiences. Drink responsibly. Credits.
You didn't see that. You see that?